Remember Balaji Srinivasan's $1 million bet on Bitcoin? Well, today we're revisiting that story with a twist. Balaji just burned $1 million to warn us about an impending financial crisis sending shockwaves through the crypto community. So let's find out what this means for the economy, the world of decentralized finance, and the future of Web3. Balaji Srinivasan, a Stanford PhD turned prominent tech entrepreneur, burned a whopping $1 million to send an unmistakable message about the potential global fiat crisis. He says governments are sweeping it under the rug as they have done in the past, but this recent bold move forces us to pay attention. So why did he take on such an absurd bet and burn a colossal sum of money? Well, he wanted to warn us about the trillions that might be printed to bail out industries in response to a storm of economic crises. This reckless printing, he argues, could further erode trust in the US financial system and cause a currency crisis like we've never seen before. As the world of traditional finance teeters on the brink, Web3, decentralization, and alternative digital asset classes like cryptocurrencies become increasingly critical. Decentralized finance offers an alternative to centralized systems, giving us more control, transparency, and resilience in the face of such a potential economic upheaval. Balaji has long argued that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin can provide a hedge against inflation and the risks associated with fiat currencies. They act as lifeboats in a sea of financial uncertainty, and as the remaining trust in the traditional system wanes, their importance only grows, he argues. And what does erosion of trust and a fiat crisis mean? Well, a potential fiat crisis, especially of the scale Balaji is warning us of, could trigger an accelerated shift towards decentralized financial systems. People could turn to Web3 and cryptocurrencies as they lose faith in banks and governments, accelerating their adoption and solidifying their place in the financial landscape. Balaji asks his audience when they think the fiat crisis will kick off. His opinion is that the US has a 10% chance of defaulting in months, a 70% chance in years, a 19% chance in decades, and just a 1% chance of making it to centuries, whether that default is explicit via something like the debt ceiling or more likely implicit via money printing. He adds that a 10% chance of default is very high, and he's not the only one, because Larry Summers, the former head of the US Treasury, thinks it's 2 to 3% in months. Now, it could be argued, as Balaji has in the past, that now is the time to get involved, to learn about Web3 and position yourself for the potential changes that he talks about. For updates on the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest news and developments.